All right, we are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here, your favorite wrestling fan, every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, here to talk about professional wrestling, all the action inside and outside of the ring, all the backstage curtain drama, all the rumors. We talk about superstar, inactive statuses, injury updates, contract negotiations, extensions, and signings from wrestling promotions like the WWE, the AEW, the TNA, Ring of Honor, the NWA, the GCW. If it makes major news wrestling, major news headlines in terms of the world of professional wrestling, we talk about it here on this show on the GSMC Sports Network Monday through Friday. So make sure you guys, catch this hot topic. All right, so we recently just kind of iterate what we talked about right quick. We had our WWE Monday nights, Friday night SmackDown review, excuse me, and our WWE Monday Night Raw preview. And now we're going to talk about some Samantha Irvin news. Obviously, the world is deeply saddened by Samantha Irvin stepping down as the Monday Night Raw ring announcer. Obviously, before we get into this, I want to remind you guys to hit up that super chat, hit up those super stickers, because you guys are super awesome, because we will 1,010% not be anywhere as near as successful without you guys, the audience, fans, the viewers who basically turn on your YouTube page, start streaming these amazing podcasts with these amazing podcasters who have one goal in mind: bring you guys amazing sports content that is breaking news, that's cutthroat, that's absolutely exciting without, having to pay for some of this stuff. Like look at me, man. You got your boy E here paying for YouTube TV, almost like $200 a month, man. Don't be an Eric Rodriguez, guys. I'm just kidding. No, but obviously, you pay for what you get. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's because of the Sunday ticket I have on YouTube TV. They charge me twice, so it all is well. All is well. I get to watch some football, which is pretty badass. But at the same time, it's still pretty costly, mate. So, anyways, if you want to find out all your wrestling know-how stuff, tune into the GSMC Sports Network Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, 11 p.m. Eastern, to find out all the hot topics in terms of the world of professional wrestling. All right, so let's go and dive on into the subject matter. We're going to talk about Samantha Irvin leaving the WWE so abruptly. Just it's obviously, the philosophy I have in terms of life, and that's something that I don't, any WWE, any academic counselor in any college, or even high school, junior college, a 4 year, a Cal State or a university, doesn't matter. The main thing to do once when you are ready to kind of quit somewhere is you kind of have an opportunity waiting for you. And obviously, Samantha Irvin, super successful, super talented. I feel like opportunities are going to, kind of come up the wazoo, but also, her fiance Ricochet as well. I feel like there was never really any hardcore like urgency to leave WWE like this. But like I said, I have no idea, her personal life or anything like that. Maybe something happened to her where she's like, you know what, we got to step down. But obviously, Lillian Garcia is going to be in the back of WWE Monday Night Raw. Should be interesting to find out if she takes the place of Samantha Irvin. Obviously, I love myself some Lillian Garcia. She's amazing. She's beautiful. She's absolutely great on the mic. But and I don't want to sound like an a-hole here, but maybe be a little bit too old, like Attitude Era, like, ruthless aggression, like, it's cool and all. But Samantha Irvin had so much passion. She was so, like, I don't know, she brought fans into it. And I'm not saying Lillian can't do that, because she can. She can. But like going toward the future, like, yeah, you can have Lillian Garcia for like, she's still young. She's, still looks good. Maybe for like 10 years. But Samantha Irvin, lock her down with the contract, have her go for, she's only 37 years old. You could have her going for like 20 years. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like you kind of, let the young, potential A-star, quarterback go, and then you'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna settle for some Russell Wilson. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not trying to be a jerk. No, because like I said, Lillian Garcia is great, and I'm not trying to, try to crap on her or anything like that. But I don't know. If you had to kind of lock down anybody and kind of pay them for the future, you know, both of them very charismatic, but at the same time, Samantha Irving, young, amazing. You could have bought yourself some time, some valuable time with her. You know what I mean? But I think she left for bigger reasons than what people actually has to kind of wrap their heads around. First and foremost, Like I said before, her fiance Ricochet left WWE this summer. Does that mean anything? I'm not too sure. Obviously, like once when Ricochet left, and once when I was, talking about Ricochet's contract, and it was reported that WWE has been in contract talks with Samantha Irvin, and the future of her, her being on Monday Night Raw was, not affected. And only to find out, 2 or 3 months down the line that she's gone. She left. She was like, all right, like deuces. Obviously she sent a pretty heartfelt message on social media. I think she posted on Instagram this morning, but it was an absolute bombshell. Super crazy. Wasn't expected. Absolutely wasn't expected, and she wasn't expected to follow Ricochet as well. WWE, like I said, reported it was reported that she worked out a deal, and her social media presence, even her pictures were blacked out on social media, so maybe that might have been like a foreshadowing of her leaving WWE. She used to do her Wednesday Hump Day dump, where she would drop like photos of herself like in bikinis, lingerie, and stuff like that. Obviously, she stopped that. Like I said, and I don't want to sound like a know-it-all. I don't. Believe me, that's one of my pet peeves in life is to be like, dude, I hate being around people who feel like they're always right, who can't bend to anybody else's will, like it's their way or the highway. But I felt like when Ricochet left WWE, when he signed with AEW for a better opportunity, more television time, also just someone who appreciated his physical capabilities inside the sports circle more than WWE did. Like, I'm sorry, I feel like WWE, they wasted Ricochet, and it was kind of it sucked. But then I was like, I talked about Samantha Irving possibly leaving with him, and at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I feel like right now, after seeing how Ricochet's contract and his negotiations happen inside WWE, because he was written off Monday Night Raw after a spear by Braun Breaker on an Escalade through the windshield. I feel like at that point it was like, all right, let's give Ricochet some time backstage, obviously keeping kayfabe, being like, hey, like let's keep Ricochet backstage. Let's try to negotiate a deal with him. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Backstage, Samantha Irving was there as well. Like, you know what I mean? You're basically, the presence that she created with her own brand, she basically made herself her own brand, which was smart, which is exactly what you're supposed to do when you have a given opportunity. I think CM Punk said it in an interview, or damn it, he said it where, he was talking about kind of being no, he was talking to Roxanne Perez. He was talking to Roxanne Perez on NXT when he came face to face with her. And he was like, you know what, kid? CM Punk was like, you know what? You're fighting for television time. You're fighting for attention. Later on down the line, when WWE, if they ever give up on you, you need to establish yourself as a single, successful brand right now while you have the time. But that's something that Samantha Irving definitely did with her engagement in terms of social media. Like I said a couple months ago, it was reported on Ringside News, Cage Side Seats, Inside the Ropes, you name it. All the main wrestling news media basically saying that she's blacked out her profile on Twitter, Instagram, and all that, which might as well have been kind of like a foreshadowing, be like, hey, like I feel like I deserve more. And I'm not trying to say maybe she might be money hungry or anything like that. But at the end of the day, if you're as talented as she is, if you draw people around you like Samantha Irving's voice did as the Monday Night Raw ring announcer, I would shoot for the stars too. Like, why would I second guess myself, not bet on myself and be like, all right, I'm going to take this undergoing contract where, I could basically be making a lot more money. And, money hungry, obviously, once again, a term that's thrown around very loosely in terms of the world of entertainment. But at the end of the day, like I said before, you are your own brand. If you get injured, something happens, maybe you get pregnant, you got to take maternity leave, or something happens, an injury or family emergency, you leave. At the end of the day, you have to have that guaranteed cash. You have to have that guaranteed money. You have a life, you have a family, you have friends, whoever. You have someone to care for. Like, you know what I mean? But it was so abrupt. It was crazy. Obviously, Samantha Irving leaving WWE without so much of a goodbye to the WWE universe. I'm just kidding. No, like she did post on social media. I guess if you're not on social media, I would have. kind of liked her to be on Monday Night Raw tonight to say bye. Obviously, I heard reports that Lillian Garcia is returning to that full-time announcing spot. I got that message actually like 2 minutes ago, and that's it's kind of sad. It would be cool to kind of kind of have her come out and be like, this is Samantha Irving's last show, so say goodbye basically. And once when Ricochet left WWE and his contracts was kind of up in flux, Samantha Irvin was not really relevant or mentioned as much as she was before Ricochet left on Monday Night Raw. That's something that I've documented on my Monday Night Raw previews and reviews as well. I was like this girl literally went from like, oh, Samantha Irvin on the mic, go ahead and announce the name, or we have the amazing, the talented, the beautiful Samantha Irvin announcing tonight. After Ricochet left, I felt like that kind of left. That kind, along with Ricochet, that that respect for Samantha Irvin or that promoting of her character ultimately left. And you can't help but to think, and I know this might be the wrestling fan in me, so you can't help but to think that that was a clue. That was a context clue. You had to, pay attention to nonverbal cues. Pay attention to some business cues that might determine, future aspects of someone's desire, someone's decision to leave the business. And Samantha, she's gone, and and it sucks. I thought she was great. She was highly invested in WWE emotionally. Obviously, when Cody Rhodes won at WrestleMania 40 and finished the story, she was overwhelmed with emotions, crying. Her voice gave out a couple of times, and she was highly invested in WWE emotionally. The superstars, the fans, all the backstage personnel, from makeup to costume designers to medical personnel. This girl was, I don't know. It's and then once again, it's just like WWE, did you not like want to pay her? Or did you like? But then again, like I feel like with the talents that she has, I feel like she's going to, she's going to be great. Like I said before, she's made herself her own brand, her own talent. She's going to probably pursue passions outside of professional wrestling. She's been on America's Got Talent. But let's go ahead and play with some of the conspiracy theories here. What if she follows her fiance and winds up on All Elite Wrestling, which is amazing for Tony Khan? That'd be awesome. Tony Khan obviously has a reputation to kind of be more flexible, like Mercedes Moné, when he was letting her, go out to Hollywood, be a celebrity, go on the Mandalorian and stuff like that. He would send her a private plane or a private jet to send her from her acting, her shoots or whatever back to AEW, wherever they were on the nation or around the globe. Now they're international. And Samantha Irvin, if she's going to follow her career like that, I feel like Tony Khan would be the best boss to kind of do that. So there's obviously possibilities right there. Also, you got to think about AEW's connection with Ted Turner Television, obviously TNT, TBS, and your new deal with HBO Max. You got your foot in the door. You start out with AEW. Ricochet was a high-priced free agent who was picked up, obviously, throughout, his career in AEW. I know it's been short-lived for like about a month, but on Dynamite, he's done nothing but absolutely impress the wrestling universe. And Samantha Irvin, if she wants to head toward entertainment, one phone call to Tony Khan calls Ted Turner, and then bam, like you can wind up on a show on TBS or TNT, but also HBO that she can just she could definitely upstart her acting career as well. That's definitely something that's not in the books as well. Also, the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tony Khan is part of he's part of the team on the main directors board of the Jacksonville Jaguars with his dad. Something in the NFL. I doubt a cheerleader. I feel like she's a little bit above a cheerleader. Not trying to crap on cheerleaders though, but I'm just saying uh, maybe she finds herself in like maybe like an assistant spot, or maybe she finds herself as the stadium, announcer. She actually sang the national anthem a week ago during the Las Vegas Raiders game, and it's I don't know. I just feel like I don't know, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how randomly it just kind of popped up. Obviously, I feel like it's not that random because this girl's very, very successful, very talented. A person like this staying as the Monday Night Raw ring announcer ultimately, and I'm not trying to crap on WWE, would kind of probably hold her back. So, kudos to her. Obviously, her future endeavors. I hope the best for her. She's been with WWE since 2021, started in 205 Live, and then went to NXT, went to SmackDown 2022, then Raw since then, February 2023. Ricochet has came out on in social media saying, and I quote, she's not coming to she's not coming to AEW, guys. Y'all could rest easy. And a lot of people, even a lot of wrestling fans, WWE fans, blame Ricochet for her leaving. And it just kind of sucks for Ricochet. Gotta love my man King Puma there. So 1,010%. All right, now I got a couple of chats from my man right now, Anthony Mazzano, who just joined the chat. I don't like about these dirt sheets, man, is they say a WWE star passes away. When people just read that headline, they assume an actual competitor passed. Why not just say a family member passed? I actually did not hear anything in terms of that kind of story. What did they say, a WWE star passes? Wow, I had I don't know who exactly passed away. And also, went on to say, I think she would become a sideline reporter for the NFL, the NBA, and Major League Baseball. That is probably better than the other jobs that I said. Being a cheerleader or possibly being like an executive assistant in terms of the fancy board, the white collar kind of jobs. A reporter for the NFL, I could see that. I could definitely see her doing that. She would be perfect. Definitely be perfect. You have Aaron Andrews, also Carissa Thompson on there. You have Michelle Tafoya on NBC. So I think she would be great. She would be an amazing, obviously, like I said, you got the face, you got talent, you got the voice, and that could definitely be a main reason why she left as well. Like I said before, you don't really leave a job unless you kind of know something's in the future, because, kind of crazy. Okay, here we go. There was an article about Summer Rae, and it said a WWE star passed away, and people just assume she passed away instead of the article saying that her father passed away. So for wrestling fans, I don't know. Maybe just the lack of paying attention to detail. Maybe perhaps that people see a headline or people just read like a little snippet of an article or it's released on social media and then people absolutely run away with it. Like that could possibly be it as well. But that's absolutely I agree. I think it's kind of messed up. Be like, dude, like you're already kind of condemning someone to death when in fact that like, dude, like this is probably be the best time to be a little bit sensitive towards somebody else's feelings, especially a WWE or even a wrestling superstar. But anybody in this world that who has a family member pass away, it's not really a great situation. So the best thing you do is just kind of be there for them and not kind of blow things out of proportion. So definitely that's super crazy, But the media, you got it's the media, like what I mean. You kind of have something, you kind of you kind of run with it, and I don't know. Kind of crazy. Obviously, my thoughts and prayers are with Summer Rae. Hopefully, her and her family are, heading toward, recovery. If you believe in an afterlife, obviously, I'm not, not trying to get religious on all y'all, but like, if you believe in afterlife, obviously, thoughts and prayers going to heaven. Obviously, hopefully, you see them in paradise once again. All right, now we're going to talk about Vince McMahon intimidated the WWE writers during his tenure back in 2017 and 2022. So we're going to talk about that when we return. So hey, do not go anywhere.